Good morning, everybody. Today's going to be a hustle to get a lot of things done, so stay tuned. So right now, Thomas is in the house. I'm in the RV, as you can see, and cleaning up a little bit because we are heading to Moncton this evening and staying at the casino up until Saturday morning. And then after that, I believe we are heading to Halifax to do a convention on Sunday and then leaving Saturday evening, and then going to slowly make our way back to Brunswick. Okay, so today I've been kind of cleaning up the RV, getting ready for our trip tonight to Moncton, and it's coming along pretty good. This was covered full of stuff. The floor was a mess, and the desks here were completely messy as well. I've been throwing out a little bit of things and trying to reorganize some other stuff that we might not need on the road, and so far I think it's coming along pretty good. Dad's been finishing the trim around the floors today because I don't know if we're going to be coming back before we officially hit the road. And so far I think all that's left to do around the trim is in front of the bench here, that corner, and the slide, and then the lip along the slide here. Dad was gonna do all of the stuff to do with the slide as well, but when we came in and we were pulling out the slide, some things were kind of acting weird, so when we pull it in tonight, we'll see how easily it will pull in, and if it gives us a lot of trouble, then we will have to take it into the shop to get looked at. And if it doesn't give us trouble, we'll just deal with it either over the winter when we're down south, or we will finish it next summer. So as you can tell, Neo does not like dogs. My dad's babysitting the neighbor's dog right now, I think just for a few hours today, but that kind of worries me because I want to get either another cat eventually or a puppy. And originally Thomas and I wanted a pit bull puppy, but because there's so many bands on them in so many different areas, it's going to be almost impossible to travel, at least comfortably. We're going to have to make like detours and all that stuff. And I'd like to get one sooner rather than later before the cat gets too old, because, well, he's 2 right now, but I want to get another kitten or a puppy before he gets too old and set in his ways, and so he can get comfortable and be okay with another pet around. But another pet would be really nice to keep him company so that when we're working really long hours in the day or we're out and stuff, he's not just laying around sleeping, being bored, and then end up keeping us up in the middle of the night because he's just so full of energy. So far I've been spending the day trying to, well, clean up the RV like I mentioned before and prepare for the convention on Sunday, and it is going to take forever. I cut my own stickers. I get them printed out onto sticker paper, I laminate them myself, and then I cut them out myself. So I've made a lot of work. Thomas is just checking the tire pressure of all the tires before we hit the road. And one thing I thought of after the fact was that I should probably film us taking down the RV and getting ready to get back on the road after staying in one spot for a while, just so anybody can see that it's not easy and there's a lot of things to remember. So I'm going to add it to my long list of things that I need to film, and someday soon, hopefully, I'll have that for you.
We're in Moncton now. We're back at the casino parking lot, and we're about to have supper. Actually, it's really late too. It's 11:15. We're only having supper now. When we were getting ready to leave Sam's parents' place, I was going around checking the tires, checking the tire pressure, and it was supposed to be just a really quick, like, routine check, whatever, make sure all
5 minutes.
yeah, 5 minutes if that, just to check all the tires, pumped up all the deflated ones. But it ended up turning into like what, an hour and a half ordeal, just because the air chuck that Sam's dad had on the end of his air compressor hose wouldn't fit snugly with the valve stem on the inner dualies. Like, we couldn't get the air compressor hose onto the valve to inflate the tires, and we ended up, actually, I think your dad broke the one of the chucks that he had to swap it out for another, and that wasn't working, so we had to switch chucks to a locking one, and he was pulling out and swapping out different valve extensions, and none of it was working. I even pulled out our little mobile 12-volt air compressor, and with that one, it's you screw it on to the valve, and then you control the air compressor at the compressor, obviously. But because you have to screw it on, and the valve stem on the dualies is so short, there's like no room to work with. So, like, I don't have very big hands to begin with, and I have trouble tightening down that screw hold. Anyway, an hour and a half later, the tires are all inflated. The tires are good. They're good now. And we're in Moncton. I'm also troubleshooting a problem with our mobile hotspot or with my phone, but I'm not able to connect to Wi-Fi, or at least our Wi-Fi with my phone. And that problem only came up a few days ago. I don't know what happened to...
Well, when that phone was mine too, I couldn't connect to the one at the house in St. Louis.
Oh yeah, you had trouble connecting to Wi-Fi as well. But it's only certain networks, like only certain Wi-Fi networks, which is weird. So anyway, I spent a little bit of time with that while supper was cooking, trying to figure out what it could be and how to fix it. We'll see.
This is a little something I made last night. It's banana bread in a jar, and I put wandering banana bread on the top. So I made this for anybody that we meet on the road, and right now we're about to taste test it. I made it for Christmas as a gift for people, and it was a huge hit. But this one, I added extra banana, and the bananas were extra ripe, so I just want to make sure that it tastes okay. It has nothing to do with, wanting to keep the banana bread to myself secretly. But yeah, I found the recipe on Pinterest, I believe. It's very dangerous when I get on Pinterest because I can be on there for forever. And it's really nice because if you do it correctly, the banana bread slides right out of the jar, and then when you cut it up, it makes these perfect circles. Also, if there's anybody nearby that could save me, please come and save me. Thomas is lactose intolerant, and we had pizza tonight, and he was done 3.5 pieces once we realized that he didn't take his dairy pills.
That's bad news for Sam. Bad things happen when I forget to take my dairy pills.
Because it's late and we're not sure what time we're going to go to bed, I'm going to end the vlog here. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you tomorrow.